10 craziest moments on divorce court.
Right into another.
You trying to get me drunk to have sex so you can get you pregnant? It's like you try every way just to get to the straight pregnancy and not try to actually sit there and listen to what I gotta say. So, and what do that lead to? You trying to get me drunk. You know I'm only bigger than a minute, and 1 to 2 cups of liquor, I'm drunk and you can take advantage of me. So that's what you be trying to do.
We get into an argument, this man steals my money and goes shopping. Then when I call him, where my money? He's like, I went shopping for the kids, I went shopping for us.
You gotta have all the beautiful women around you, because beauty attracts people. That's what brings the people, y'all, and that's why I'm successful.
Love alone is not enough for a lifetime, and you're about to find out why. Getting into marriage head-on without laying the foundation and without a plan is bizarre. Let us see how 21-year-old Miracle Hardy and 22-year-old Isaiah Hewlett resolve their differences. Isaiah says he's prepared to be a father to their daughter Elena by praying for it. No financial commitment at all.
I was ready to be a father. I mean, this was something that we actually asked for. Me and her sat down and prayed for it, you know? This is the one thing that we really wanted.
So you actually planned?
Well, in my opinion, you can't really ever plan to be the perfect person.
Things were so bad for this young couple financially that Miracle had to ask for public assistance for their home. She has been trying to hold the fort for herself and the baby, but Isaiah claims he is the provider and does what he can. This is the height of being irresponsible.
He ends up spending it with his friends. He hasn't paid it in 2 months.
How do you afford your home?
Well, I asked the government for assistance, and that was kind of embarrassing for me.
What role are you playing, Mr. Hewlett, in all this?
Your Honor, I'm the provider. I do exactly what I can, Your Honor.
As bizarre as Miracle sounds, her pregnancy dream did not deceive her of the fact that Isaiah was cheating on her. Isaiah claims that they had broken up at the time, but who breaks up with his woman and still lays in her bed and continues to live with her like nothing happened?
When I was pregnant, I had a pregnancy dream that Isaiah was cheating on me.
Oh.
So I ended up waking up, and I look over to my right, and here he is texting this girl.
Texted the girl. Were you there at the house?
Yes, Your Honor.
In the bed?
While I was
Yes, Your Honor,
pregnant.
broken up though.
Their relationship was obviously toxic, but if Isaiah really wants to avoid the option of co-parenting, he is gonna have to step up his game, get his life together, and offer more than just love to the relationship.
You know I love you, you know I'll do anything for you. You know I'm working like day in and day out. You know everything I'm putting in place, everything that I do is for you and the baby. We're a team, you know, I need you just like you need me. We gotta work this thing out, or it just ain't gonna work at all. But I love you.
I love you too.
Change is inevitable, but what can you say about a man who never loved his wife from the onset? A man who has been married thrice in his lifetime? Or a couple that is not sexually compatible? Meet 69-year-old Lolly Boroff and 68-year-old Charlie DiNatale as they try to debate whether their marriage would stand the test of time.
Ms. Boroff, you're here today because you say you're headed toward a divorce. You say you and your husband are not on the same page regarding your sex life, his habit of commenting on other women, or even having more children. And Mr. DiNatale, you say you love your wife, but are at the end of your rope with her.
Lolly says that her husband is turning into a sexual maniac and that plans for them to build a family and raise children have proven futile. Charlie, who is unapologetically not in love with her, claims that he is a sexually frustrated man. According to him, he is in his golden years and wants to live life to the fullest.
But basically, he's turned into a sexual maniac. I keep trying to please him and do the best I can, but bore him and irritate him.
I can tell you that what you see here is a sexually frustrated young man. I'm in my so-called golden years at this point. I don't plan on continuing under these conditions.
Unfortunately, Charlie claims not to have married for love despite making promises to Lolly that he wanted his marriage to work and was tired of remarrying. Poor Lolly was hurt by his statement.
I did not marry for love at the time. She was my friend, and I saw a lot of benefits in the friendship. It was sort of like, you know, we're two people at a certain age. Perhaps the compatibility of friendship might work, and that's why we kind of plunged into the marriage. Well, I'm on my 3rd marriage now, so this is a hat trick of marriage.
Who wears flip-flops on a hike? As much as Lolly tried to be invested in Charlie's hobbies, once a couple is not compatible, they are simply not compatible. There's no way around it. There is a huge difference between being nice and being in love.
He never explained to me there are special shoes for hiking, and I wore flip-flops, and I think I've injured my hip.
Girl, you can't wear flip-flops to hike. I haven't either, but there's a reason. That's because I don't like hiking, and I did not marry somebody that liked hiking. That would mean we're not compatible.
Clearly, these two have no ounce of compatibility. Charlie termed Lolly as being a very boring person and not wanting to wear handcuffs and lingerie for him or have wild sex. Lolly loves her husband, but her husband doesn't. Unfortunately, they have to go their separate ways.
Things were very good and we were very happy.
See, every time we say things were very good and we were very happy, then I always have to flip my head over to this side and say, were things very good?
Your Honor, I would say in the first 2 years, walking through the relationship from a friendship to a marriage, there were not blatant problems.
Sharika Kremiti is just an ungrateful woman to her fiance, Joey Freeman. Her friend's husband got her a brand new Mercedes, but Joey could only afford a 2018 Pathfinder model. Sharika, being an immature and ungrateful woman that she is, rejected the gift. That is totally unacceptable.
She's got a friend. He bought her this nice Mercedes. Now, I can't afford no Mercedes, and besides, we're trying to save. So I bought her a car, and it really wasn't what she wanted. It wasn't the Mercedes. I bought her a 2018 Pathfinder.
Poor Joey walks into his bedroom only to meet his woman, Sharika, being sexually intimate with his younger sister. What a total disgusting scenario. Of all people, his sister?
So I came home early. When I walked into the house, I noticed the mood was different. She likes that Little Wayne, Little Payne, or whatever his name, all the hip-hop crap. And so I made my way to the bedroom. Shamika and my younger sister were engaged in sexual activity.
Engaged in intimate act?
Yes, you are.
Sharika is obviously not cut out for marriage with Joey, because who outright denies the truth and yet claims to want the relationship to work? Joey definitely needs to find another woman who loves and adores him.
Why haven't you responded back, Miss Kremiti?
She was wanting to pursue a relationship. She was in love with me. And the thing is, I love Joey still.
I never wanted to be in a relationship with
That's
her.
a lie.
I don't even want a relationship. I just got out of a bad relationship. Why would I want to jump right into another one?
Who says all women are materialistic? Azana Smith claims that being given gifts and being settled financially is not her love language. However, her partner Demario Gray is of the opinion that he provides for her and she is just being insecure. What a lame way to excuse his infidelity.
I'm here today because I need a commitment from him. I need him to get his stuff together, and I also want my ring back. I'm tired of the red flags and all the lies, and I need him to just get it together. I gotta go.
Your Honor, I do entertainment. So she has to know that she can't be insecure.
Demario is just wild. He really needs to stop hiding his infidelity under his work as a promoter. His social media is a hot mess. Why would he put his sex life on social media?
What does that have to do with you putting her sex life on blast?
That wasn't her sex life. I'm talking about with somebody
It had nothing
else.
to do with our sex life. That's the
But I
problem.
wasn't cheating on her,
That's
though.
the problem. He makes posts like this all over the internet. And like I said, people who don't know that he's laying in the bed with me, obviously I know. It gets embarrassing.
Did Demario just try to hit on the judge in court? This is a new low. Azana knows the kind of man she's engaged to, so it's up to her to keep up with his acts.
You gotta have all the beautiful women around you, because beauty attracts people.
But I
you
tell
might
you,
be
Your
a
Honor.
promoter too. I mean, you might be on my
See?
promo team. You might be a
Prime
real
example.
girl. But that's what brings the people. That's why I'm successful, because I keep the pretty
See what
women around me.
No.
Nothing is tougher than two couples who lack complete trust in themselves. Ashante Peoples-Hampton wants to restore her marriage with Christopher Peoples-Hampton. But Christopher wants out and wants his children to carry his last name.
If I can save it for my daughters, for our family.
And you admit that you have made some mistakes in your relationship?
I have. I'm not perfect.
And so, Mr. Peoples-Hampton, you heard what your wife says. She admits she's not perfect. What say you, sir?
I just want a divorce. I mean, we've been separated now for 2 years. I just want my kids and my last name.
No doubt they have trust issues and financial issues. However, Ashante shouldn't be flirting with customers at the bar under the guise of making extra money for her family. Who takes his wife's hard-earned savings and spends it without her permission? Chris, that's messed up. Marriage aside, it is very uncool to spend someone else's money without their consent.
We get into an argument. This man steals my money and goes shopping. Then when I call him, where my money? He's like, I went shopping for the kids. I went shopping for us. But you didn't ask me. You don't know where that money came from. You don't know where it was going to go. Why are you taking from me? So I'm working for my money to make sure me and my girls and all of us is good in this house.
One would have thought that Ashante was ready to restore her marriage, but all her complaints were just a front. She disrespected her husband and children by bringing a stranger into their home. She didn't stop there. She was sleeping with the stranger while she and Chris were under the same roof, claiming she had separated from her husband.
This is August. I've had this job since May, so I'm being a financial support here. There's no reason, as she would suggest before, would financial obligations be the cause for her to be in this predicament in the first place.
Help me. When did you catch her?
August 17th.
That was a night of separation. Night of separation was 2 years prior, D-Day.
Nothing makes a relationship go sour faster than an insecurity problem. Insecure Alexa Andrickson has accused her man, Joseph Dale, of cheating on several occasions. She even has proof of Joseph's chats with other ladies. Can you beat that? Well, Joseph claims that he may have flirted and the like, but he never cheated on Alexa. He further claims that the peculiarity of his stature is what draws women to him. Who's telling the truth?
He has a bunch of females in his DMs. He speaks to them however he wants to, honey, baby. And these females are writing back, and to want to meet up with someone, that's not fair to me.
What say you, sir?
She's right on that. I have been DMing other females, but it's straight.
Joseph has put into consideration the possibility of their child having the same stature as him, or being normal like Alexa. Aside from this, he says he isn't financially ready for a child.
I definitely did tell her we could have a baby. Having a kid, it's like 2 chances. One, the kid is gonna come out like me, or the kid is gonna come out her height. So if the kid come out like me, I'm gonna have to explain, like, you're gonna deal with some people in life that's gonna look at you different, that's gonna treat you different.
Desiring to have a child out of desperation can have serious side effects. Imagine Alexa trying to get Joseph drunk on different occasions just to get him to sleep with her. Little wonder she was just hearing for the first time that Joseph is not mentally or financially ready for a child.
You trying to get me drunk to have sex so you can get you pregnant? It's like you try every way just to get to the straight pregnancy and not try to actually sit there and listen to what I gotta say. So me trying to sit there and tell you like, babe, and what do that lead to? You trying to get me drunk? You know I'm only bigger than a minute, and 1 to 2 cups of liquor, I'm drunk and you can take advantage of me. So that's what you be trying to do.
Communication is key in any relationship or marriage. And if Alexa and Joseph can iron things out, they would make a great couple.
You're going to lay out what your dreams, hopes, and aspirations are, and then you're both going to come to a collaboration on the timeline for how to make those work.
You are in a relationship with someone that doesn't eat anything green? This should have been a big red flag. Ronise Reedy claims that her man, Aubrey Murphy, is cheating on her, and she has several occurrences as proof. As wild as these allegations sound, looks like Ronise is right. Aubrey can't defend himself other than his lame excuses.
Every time I leave to go visit my daughter and my brother and come back, my house is different. I came back one time, it's a pair of dirty flip-flops, it's Tone body wash that I don't use. And I know how I leave my house. When I come back, there's things in there that wasn't there.
So you think he's been having other people in your house, other women in particular?
Yes.
It's enough that Ronise brought up instances to prove that Aubrey is cheating. But Aubrey turned the whole thing around. What a snake. The evidence he presented to the court doesn't even point to Ronise as being a cheat. He violated her privacy. Why would you place tapes around your house? Because you want to support the claim that you think your woman is cheating? What a delusional man. They are not fit to be together as a couple.
Miss Reedy, have you been faithful to Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy, have you been faithful to Miss Reedy?
Yes, because see, I'm 50 years old, ma'am. When I very first got with this woman, I sat there and told her how I was. I guess I was too honest with her. But why would she bring a man to her house?
While it was surfing that brought the couple together, Chris needs to grow up and take responsibility for his family if he wants to save it. His wife claims to be completely neglected and referred to herself as a surf widow. Getting a throwaway job that allows you to quit anytime without notice because of surfing is the height of irresponsibility.
So in the beginning, it was super fun. But, Your Honor, we grew up. It's time for him to step up. I am completely neglected.
Well, Mr. Comstock, what do you say?
I'm the same guy I was when we met. I grew up with since I was a kid. That was part of what she loved when she met me, and I'm still the same guy. It's just she changed.
Chris's obsession with surfing has cost his family a whole lot, and it led to them being bankrupt. He does not have a real job. He claims to work 3 jobs, all of which are part-time jobs that allow him a whole lot of time to go surfing all days of the week.
I'm the one who arranged for us to claim bankruptcy, given our situation.
Babe, it was a
and he
recession.
was surfing all the time, Your Honor.
During those very hard times, when you were working 3 jobs, did you figure out time to go surfing every day, depending on the weather?
I did.
You can't claim to mentor someone, and she's sending you eggplant and peach emojis. Now, if that's not cheating, I don't know what to call it. Chris Comstock abandons his wife, Elizabeth Comstock, to go surfing with another woman on their anniversary date. The wildest occurrence in relationship history.
About 2 decades younger than I am. She can text him. He will drop whatever he's doing and go surf with her.
Do you think he's cheating?
Yes, Your Honor. It was our anniversary. I got all dolled up. And you know what happens? He gets a text. He leaves me standing to go surf with this girl, this home wrecker girl.